Well, most of us know the story behind Medea. It's a powerful woman in Greek mythology.
But have you ever seen the production performed live on stage? Here's your chance at Opera Omaha's inaugural One Festival.
Yeah, joining us with the details, principal cast member Jesus Garcia. Jesus, good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
Let's get this out of the way. How do you pronounce it? Because she said Medea. But both are technically correct, aren't they?
Depends on what language you're pronouncing it in. I mean, we say Medea because the opera's in Italian, but Medea is just fine.
Good. Okay. We got that straightened out. So you're not wrong.
So I'm not wrong. I would say either way. All right. Well, have you performed with Opera Omaha in the past, or will this be your first production?
My first production.
Well, welcome.
Yes. Thank
How long
you.
have you been in town?
Thanks. About 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yes.
I'm sorry that the weather hasn't been better for you.
It hasn't cooperated yet.
It has not yet.
How's rehearsals been going? You feel
rehearsals
like you've had 3 weeks.
Yeah, rehearsals have been great. You know, really intense. It's a kind of a new take, a more modern take on the opera. And so, you know, it's been a really cool process. I think it's going to be cool for people to experience this opera.
Well, and also in the 60 years that Opera Omaha has been around, they're celebrating 60 years this year. They've never done this. So what does it, what does it mean to you, or what does it feel like to be a part of their inaugural production?
Feels great. I mean, it's my first season here, and so, you know, one thing I've just really enjoyed is the whole vibe of the company. You know, there's such a sense of unity and support, and so, I mean, I hope I get to come back because I really have enjoyed.
Yeah, well, they've never done Medea, like she said, and so maybe some people just aren't familiar with how that translates to the stage. So describe the plot for us.
Well, okay. Well, you can.
Here we go. Sit back,
Is it
right?
complex?
Yeah. I mean, it's not too complex. I mean, what you know, the great thing about these old stories is that you know, you follow them and you realize that humanity probably hasn't really changed that much. Medea is probably one of the worst of us. She'd definitely be on the news for her actions, be going to court. It's you know, you know, have you heard that phrase? Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. That's what Medea is about, and it's a cool story because usually when you have an operatic heroine, you have a kind of victim story, like Madame Butterfly. She ends up killing herself at the end. She's so heartbroken. Or Mimi or Violetta die of consumption. And Medea kind of takes her fate into her own hands, and she's sort of the heroine and the villain, and really, you know, exacts her revenge. And basically, in a nutshell, she and Jason have gone after the Golden Fleece. And Jason has promised that as long as she helps him get the Golden Fleece, that he will marry her. So they do get married, they have 2 children, and then Jason gets a better opportunity in life, decides he's going to marry the daughter of the king, and Medea is not very happy about this. And she basically threatens, if you marry her, and she threatens the whole family, I'm going to torture her until she dies.
Scary.
It's so scary.
Right there,
It takes a turn. But the thing is, he knew this was coming. I mean, I think the way you can kind of modernize it is that a lot of people have been in relationships with people who are toxic, and you know you should have gotten out of that relationship earlier.
A long time ago,
but there's just too much chemistry there, and that's what happens with Jason and Medea, and everyone ends up paying.
Do you play Jason?
I play Jason.
You do?
Yeah.
Wow.
What's it like to play that character?
Great. I like it because he's a powerful guy in his own right, but he is definitely owned by Medea in a way, and I think you see this a lot in people. You can meet a very powerful man, but there is that woman in his life who can literally just you know, flip the switch and he's this big.
Take control, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, the Omaha Symphony is joining the production as well. Do you know who's conducting?
Yes, Jane Glover.
Okay.
In from London.
From London.
We had our
what
first
a fantastic production.
Yeah, we had our first orchestra rehearsal last night, and the orchestra sounds great.
And Opera Omaha put a little bit of a modern twist on this.
Yes.
How so?
Well, it's really interesting. The way they're doing it is that it all takes place in the children's nursery. So one of the other things Medea does, I don't want to give away the plot, but that's kind of what you do in opera. You read the synopsis before you see it so you'll understand. Medea ends up killing her and Jason's children at the end because
psycho.
Well, because Jason is threatening to take them away and they're banishing her. She's like, if I can't have you, if I have to go, everyone's going.
Oh, wow.
It's horrible.
And
but this sounds so interesting.
And it's all part of One Festival Omaha, and that's the website right at the bottom of the screen. And Medea is April 20th and 22nd, right? There's 2 show dates. You're dark on the 21st.
Correct.
But Friday and Sunday shows available.
Correct.
And onefestival.org for more information.
Yes.
Well, thanks for getting up and joining us this morning after that big rehearsal last night.
Happy to be here.
We appreciate it.
Guys.
Yeah, enjoy Omaha. Thanks for coming in.
On Friday,